have. I've interviewed Joan Collins this morning.
How was that?
She was wonderful, yeah. She said I look like Brad Pitt.
She said what?
She said I look like Brad Pitt.
Did
she?
she? No.
She wasn't wearing her glasses at the time.
Cool. And
But
then
she said it.
lock that off. And then undo the cable and bring the pole
Oh,
back
it's
towards you.
speechless.
Can you still, yeah?
Still slightly damp, but we can't see that.
Well, that's all right, doesn't matter.
Brad Pitt the younger or Brad Pitt the older?
She didn't specify. She didn't specify. We'll go with
That's good. That's good. Lock that.
a double-edged sword.
And then bring the mic down a mic and it's up to you. Hold it there.
No, let's do that.
That would be great. Right, okay.
Just going to jump out.
Then jump out. That's it. And then
Camel's at speed. Okay, nice and quiet, please, everybody. Dame Edna, thank you very, very much for joining us. If you could start by, of course, we know, but if you could let us know who you're playing in AbFab the movie, please.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime for Joanna Lumley and Jennifer Saunders to work with me. My appearance in this wonderful film is brief. I'm on the screen for approximately 53 seconds. And the reason for that, Possums, is that they couldn't afford to have me for any longer. I would have with the appropriate inducements, but there is a materialistic side to me, and I support so many charities, and my major charity, the Friends of the Prostate, really absorbs most of my munificence. It's a lovely film. I haven't read the script, but I do like Jennifer and Joanna very, very much indeed. And I was, and I don't think this is very widely known, I was the inspiration for Absolutely Fabulous. If you're to think about it, Possums, the name Edna is almost Edna. And I suppose, in a funny way, she used to come to my shows when she was just a little kiddie. And I think she was very stage struck. She was a bit of a stalker, Jennifer. And she wanted to make a series really based on me and my bridesmaid, Madge Alsop. So Joanna, really Lumley, is the Madge to Jennifer Saunders' Edna. Now, I don't think that's been publicised, and I don't mind mentioning it now. So when you watch this film, think of me in the title role. I'm not on the screen, but I'm in the spirit of the film. And it's got a lot of interesting people in it, a lot less expensive than me, so you'll see more of them.
So, how did you come to be in the film then? You know, it's so expensive.
Well, I'm in a sense, I'm the kind of an iconic figure, and I gave it my blessing. Jennifer came to me. I won't say she was on her knees, but she was in a posture of supplication, and she said, Edna, give our movie the stamp of your approval. And I said, of course, darling, I will. I said, if your people could speak to my people, and we could come to a simple little financial arrangement. So that's how it ended up. And I must say my manager, Barry Humphries, has a small role in this film as well. It may not end up in the film, frankly, because he's a sad figure. And I think it comes across on the screen. You just see tragedy. You look at this person and you just see failure, disappointment, bitterness, really. I've known Barry for a long, long time, and he signed me up years ago. There's small print in my contract. I can't get out of it. He's trussed me up like a chicken, and I'm not legally able to use the word embezzlement. in connection with his management of my financial affairs. But let's say he's made a lot of money and I've not made nearly enough. I'm sorry, our little interview, if that's what it is, I would have thought it was more of a monologue than an interview. But I'm sorry that I've dwelt on money so much. But that's life, isn't it? We're now viewers in the south of France, a beautiful area which, thanks to the Russians, is still financially viable. There I go again. And we're filming. I've been doing some underwater sequences. Eat your heart out, Esther Ranson. No, I'm sorry, Esther Williams. Oh, you can edit that out. Did you have any questions?
Is the south of France a place that you're very familiar with, a place that you enjoy yourself?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, they are filming on my property. I own quite a bit of this area. I don't often visit it, really, frankly. I go to Switzerland a bit to visit my money.
How have you gone? Have you been in many films, Dame Edna? Is this something?
I have appeared in films, and funnily enough, I light up the screen. Very few international artists care to work in a film with me because they immediately become insignificant. I think Joan was very brave to actually be in this sequence, but she is a brave woman. Not a lot of people know about the bravery of Joan Collins.
Is there a danger that you might outshine our leads in your camera?
No, I've deliberately played it down. I've reduced my charisma to a trickle.
That must be difficult. So have you known Jennifer and Joanna for a long time?
Well, you're asking the questions on your little piece of paper without having heard what I said earlier.
Oh no, I heard what you said. I wanted you.
You
to
didn't
give
absorb what I
wanted
said,
you
did
to
you?
Give us more juice.
You didn't absorb what I said. And in my opinion, you're nothing like Brad Pitt. Nothing like Brad Pitt. Not the Brad Pitt that I know.
I couldn't agree more. What is it about Eddie and Patsy that people love? Is there anything you love about those characters?
They like, yes, because they're really, I mean, my bridesmaid Madge, she's deceased now, but my bridesmaid and I are iconic figures, really, not just in the world of entertainment, the world of international diplomacy and celebrity. And you would say, really, I suppose, that Edna and Patsy are down-market versions of me and my bridesmaid. And they've given a new meaning to overexposure.
Oh yeah?
They've made it work.
Would you have any tips for somebody like Edna, being a fashion icon yourself as well, would you have any tips for people like Edna and Patsy?
Well, I'd love to give them both fashion tips, but it's too late. Too late.
And have you been a fan of the series? Have you followed it through its various incarnations over the years?
No. I never watch it. But I tell you what, I love Downtown Abbey and The Professionals. Z-Cars I like. And The Avengers. Do you know I was considered for The Avengers?
For Joanna?
You've never heard of it, have you?
I know the Avengers.
You've never heard of it. Why did they give me a junior for this interview? Couldn't they have found some mature person?
He said that he'd seen you on Broadway.
What?
I've seen you on Broadway.
You said I was on Broadway. You saw that show.
I did see that.
Wasn't
show,
it
yeah.
wonderful?
Yes, it was absolutely fantastic.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? I got the Tony Award.
Did you? Do you think there are awards lined up maybe for your role in this?
Well, it'd be a bit of a miracle if I got a BAFTA for this. Because it's what used to be called a spit and a cough that I do. But a spit and a cough isn't very feminine, is it really? I think it would apply, perhaps, to the Australian cultural attaché Les Patterson more. There's more spit than cough.
Well, most of it's on this.
However, I think this film is award-winning. It's got something. It's got a magic, it has humour, and it's got a light touch. And these girls are going places. And I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't a sequel. I would be amazed if this film did not go on, perhaps be like the James Bond franchise.
Would you grace the franchise with your presence again?
Well, I will be asked to give it my blessing. I think I will. There's no question of that, because I'm not... you'll cut this bit, because I'm not meant to say it, but it's my money in this film. Every penny wasted on this film is out of my pocket.
Wow, that's very, very gracious. Well,
So I'm really keeping my fingers very firmly crossed, and I know those of you who are watching this seminal interview, a wonderful opportunity for this young man to learn by his mistakes, that you will love Ab Fab, the movie.
lovely sign off. I wonder, Dame Edna, if I could ask you one question within the world of the film. If this interview were in the world of the film, if I could ask you about Edna Monsoon.
About what?
Yes, we will wait for that. Edna Monsoon, who is Jennifer's character.
Yes,
If I could ask Dame Edna about Edna, if she knows her.
I've spoken about her. I've
About-
told you.
Okay, this would be within the actual fiction of the film, if that makes sense. As if
Within the what?
within the world of the film itself, in the actual, as if Edna were a real person.
As if she were a real person. She's a real person.
Great. Okay. Do you mind if I ask you about her?
Well, if you want to go over some old ground, you want to plough a well-ploughed furrow,
Well, do you mind just telling me?
I don't mind repeating myself.
Okay.
I think you've got it, young man.
Oh, it's been fantastic. I just wanted to carry on.
I know you do. But look, there's a queue of people waiting to be in this interview,
That's-
helping you with this work experience.
It'll be my last day.
You are the nicest intern I've ever met. Little
Well,
Tommy.
I'm glad that was all captured on video. Dame Edna, thank you very much.
Thank
That
you,
was a
Thomas.
pleasure.
You can have too much of a good thing.
No, I know.
Well,